He was once the UFC lightweight champion. He returns to action on Saturday in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, against Neil Magny, one of the big fights this weekend at UFC 215. He is kind enough to join us on the phone for a few minutes from Edmonton. He's there already. Rafael, are you there?
Hello, yeah, I'm here, man. Just got here yesterday night.
How is it?
Yeah, it's cool, man. Just got a chance to walk around the downtown today. It's fun. It's cool. It's warm. Nice. Nice weather.
Is there a buzz in Edmonton? This is the first time the UFC goes to Edmonton. It's a little early in the week, but do you feel a buzz for the first UFC event there?
No, it's cool. I mean, I fought. It's my second time in Canada, and I fought in Montreal a couple years ago, and now here I am in Edmonton.
How much better is fight week for you? How much more enjoyable is it now that you're fighting at 170? You did it once successfully back in June. You looked very good. Now that you don't have to cut those extra 15 pounds, how much different is it for you?
Yeah, man, way better. Not only a fight week, but, my whole camp, everything changed. The energy around, I'm able to push harder on training. And, it's my life got better 100%. I get to enjoy more my training. I get hurt less. I don't get hurt as often like I was getting at 155. And I'm able to push harder on training. Everything changed, man. It's a new start for me.
So who is your corner for this fight?
So I have Eduardo Pamplona, which is my Muay Thai guy, my Muay Thai coach. He was the first guy that once I moved to California, that was my first Muay Thai coach here, but he left to Brazil, but now he's back again. And Felipe de la Monica is my jiu-jitsu coach.
So only two people in your corner?
Only two, yes.
Oh, interesting. I saw that you were training with Jason Perillo.
I trained with Jason.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we do the whole fight camp at Ruka. But I think, for me, bring Jason for my next fight will be better because he couldn't make it. So we couldn't figure out things. But for sure, next fight, he'll be on my corner.
And so do you feel like you have sort of found your home now? Like, because you left Kings and you were sort of looking for the best place for you, do you feel like you have found a stable team now? Is it? I don't even know if it is a team. It's just kind of team RDA, right?
Yeah, man. I've been doing, I have people around me, good people around me, helping me to reach my goals. I'm a blessed guy to have Eduardo Pamplona, have Felipe de la Monica, and, to have Jason Perillo, have Nick Carson. I put a good team together, have good guys behind me and, helping me. We got some tall guys. I've been going to Black House a couple of times, too. We brought some guys from Black House over to Orange County to help me spar. And I have Tarantula, it's a tall black guy, too. He's fighting in Bellator and helped me a lot at Ruka Sports, too. So I put on a great team behind me, and, but it's Team RDA. I am the one that stepped on the cage, and I've been training with Felipe de la Monica. He's from Gracie Barra, and, I've been training a lot of teams. So the team is RDA. So I am the one that stepped on the cage, and I am the one that fights.
Do you like that better as opposed to being a part of a team? Do you feel like that makes more sense, that the sport should kind of evolve where it's a guy who builds a team around him as opposed to being one of many in a gym?
Yeah. I think we got to reinvent ourselves. I lost my title. I passed through a lot last couple, months, couple years. But, I feel that I'm putting things together right now. And everything's been working. God's been blessing me. I'm making my way to the top again.
A piece of news came out over the weekend. Sean Shelby said in a promotional video, the matchmaker for the UFC, one of the two matchmakers, that you were going to get the next title shot at 170 if Demian Maia didn't accept the fight against Tyron Woodley. Is that accurate? Were you offered that?
Yeah, like a week after my fight, a week or 10 days, I remember Shane called me and he asked me, hey, Demian, it's about to, we're not sure if Demian will take the fight. We're going to know in about a couple of days. And would you take the fight? Like for our backup plan? I say, of course I would. I just had a fight in Singapore. I had no injuries. And of course, to have an opportunity to fight for the title. And I accepted. And, but like a couple of days later, Maia took the fight. But I kept training. I kept my camp because we never know. It's, I got hurt before and I don't know what could happen. And I kept training, but the fight happened. But I got offered that fight and I took it.
Were you disappointed when you didn't actually get the fight, when it didn't come to fruition?
No, man. I think like everything, I'm happy that Maia made it. He did his job, but I think my time will come on the right time. But that was a good thing that I know that I'm really close. I'm closer than I thought.
Yeah.
On that title. So my focus right now is Neil Magny, but I think I will get a good, a strong win over him this weekend. And I think I can be a threat for title Woodley. I know I can be a threat, and I will. One thing can be sure, we're gonna fight 5 rounds. I'm gonna come forward and I'll be aggressive.
And so, now that you were offered the fight and it didn't come to fruition, were you told, okay, get by Neil Magny, you'll be next in line for the title shot? Because looking at 170, there is no real clear-cut number 1 contender at this time.
No, I wasn't told that, but I assumed that, that like you said, there is no clear, name for the next title shot. Woodley supposed to fight GSP, but, then I wasn't happy with the result of the fight. And so I think, like, if I have a good win this weekend, I think it could be the next.
What did you think of the fight, the Woodley fight against Demian Maia? Do you feel like it was not an exciting fight? Do you blame Tyron Woodley for this? Do you blame Demian Maia? What did you feel watching that fight? Yeah, man, it
was a really technical fight, like Woodley. Man, the guy, I have a respect for him. He defended the title 3 times in 1 year. That's a lot for the champ, to be defending the title. And but he played safe, he didn't take many risks. And I felt Demian had a short camp. He wasn't feeling that confident to push hard and to push the pace of the fight. I think that's what I felt watching the fight. He wasn't with that confidence. And Woodley doesn't want to take any risk. He doesn't want to get taken down. And he played his game and he won the fight. But the fans didn't like the fight.
And you feel if you fight him, you could bring out an exciting fight that, these complaints would go away if you were matched up against him?
Yeah, man. I have over 20 fights UFC. I never got booed in my life. And one thing can be sure, I would walk forward. We're going to make it a fight.
Right.
I'm not going to let him walking around, playing around, playing a strategic game. I will be the aggressor. We're going to fight. I'm going to knock him out or he's going to knock me out. We're going to brawl.
Were you surprised when they offered you Neil Magny after just offering you a title shot? Did you think that you would get maybe someone who's a little higher ranked?
Yeah, like I was, Neil Magny, he's like number 5 or 6 right now. And I think Masvidal was about to fight Steve Thompson. And, Cerrone just fought Lawler. There wasn't like anybody else than Neil Magny for me on the higher rank. So then I was ready. I think it's a good matchup for me. I fight well against tall guys, and so that was good time. That was a perfect time.
And just curious, 3 days before the weigh-ins, how much do you weigh right now?
So I just got here. I got here last night, and I checked my weight. I'm 184, so 13 pounds over. Easy.
Wow, 184, Rafael Dos Anjos. And that's easy for you?
That's easy, yeah. But, that's easy, man. For 13 pounds is nothing.
You work with a nutritionist?
No, I've been, being around for so long. I've been working with a lot of different guys. And today I do my own thing. I learned over the years. I get a little bit of each person, which guy that work with me, and I do my own thing.
Okay. And by the way, I have to ask, after the Conor McGregor fight against Floyd Mayweather, you tweeted this. You said, Conor is a first-round fighter, no cardio, no heart. You still owe me a fight. And then hashtag chicken heart, and then another hashtag, Foxo. What does that mean, Foxo? Fuxo.
Frouxo.
Frouxo.
Like frouxo, the Portuguese.
What does that mean in English?
Means no harm, man. The guy, he can. He has skills. Don't get me wrong. Conor McGregor has skills. He has done what maybe nobody else will do in MMA. Fighting Floyd Mayweather. But here's the thing. He's a fast starter. People talk a lot of crap on me on Twitter because of that. But man, I'm not gonna please Conor to be so everybody else can agree with me. I just think I wasn't happy because he lost. That because I don't think that way, because I am the one that stepped on the octagon. If I've been happy about somebody else's loss, that thing will happen with me too. It's the thing called karma. I don't play that game. It's not who I am. And man, he's a fast starter. He starts so hard, and Floyd using his technique, his experience, and he got tired, man. He could do way better, but he got tired.
Anything impress you out of the fight, or were you not impressed at all with the performance in the fight?
No, man, I thought it would be faster, but I knew Floyd would use his, the strategy, his experience. I thought that the fight would be faster, but man, Floyd, like he said, hasn't sparred for the last month. He's coming out of retirement. He looking, even Conor said on the win, he's looking at worst shape I ever saw him. And I agree too. Floyd wasn't his worst shape. His timing wasn't, off. He's a 40 years old man, but he has so much experience. And I thought a fight would be quicker, but last 10 rounds,
And so you even said, if you're not running away, we have unfinished business. You got lucky that I got hurt, etc. That would suggest that you still kind of think about it. You still want this. Obviously, it's a big deal, but you still think about this opportunity that you almost had a year ago, right? I mean, this is still something that's on your mind.
Yeah, man. Something, I think about the business, but I have a kind of old school mentality. I take everything, and when talking about fight, step on the octagon, I take personal. This guy, he didn't respect me, didn't respect my family. I think that thing, I believe I could put my hands on this guy one day and make that fight happen, And I feel that we have unfinished business. I don't believe he's gonna fight for defending his title anytime soon, because it's not, things that he likes to do. He's gonna try to do different things, For sure, he's gonna try to fight Diaz or somewhere else, and he's not gonna fight Tony Ferguson, Kevin Lee for the title. That's for sure. But I'm here, man. If I believe we have unfinished business. The fight. I was the champ at that time, and man, I got hurt. I got hurt. I broke my foot. I think that fight is something for the future that I'm still thinking.
You ever sit back and think how different the MMA world would be if you actually fought him? So much would, Nate Diaz's life would be completely different. UFC would be different. Who knows if Conor gets to the Mayweather fight? So much changed as a result of that injury. Do you ever think about that?
Yeah, man, but I believe, man, God better made everything the way He wants. We don't understand, but on the end of the day, we're gonna look back and see, his thought, his think, the way he thinks is way different than our way to think. He thinking ahead. And he did his way, but we're gonna see on the future when we look back. But that's for sure. A lot of things would change, and a lot of things would change. A lot of things would be different.
Last thing for you, Rafael, and again, thank you very much for the time. In the main event on Saturday, Demetrius Johnson is trying to beat the record set by Anderson Silva for most successful title defenses in the UFC. You were once a UFC lightweight champion. I know that you're hoping to get the belt again in the 170-pound division. And DJ's career is interesting because he may not have fought the biggest names or, the toughest competitors if you compare them to other divisions, but winning 10 title fights is impressive regardless. How do you feel as someone who was champion and dealt with that pressure and knows what it's like to headline events and defend the title? How do you feel about what DJ is very close to doing on Saturday night?
Man, he's, he's going to break all records, going to be just like Anderson Silva. It's amazing, man. It's so hard to be champion, but even harder to defend the belt. And when I see guys like Anderson, like DJ, it's amazing, man. These guys, it's crazy. Defend the title 10 times, 8, 9 times. It's crazy, man. So it's so hard to be the champion. To defend the title, it's even harder. You got to deal with a lot of pressure. But that's good for him, man. He's a great champion, and I believe he's gonna remain his reign.
Thank you, Rafael. All the best to you out there in Edmonton. Hope to see you over there. Appreciate you squeezing us in, and of course, good luck in the fight and good luck with the last few pounds that you have to cut before Friday's weigh-in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Take care.
Always a pleasure. There he is, the former UFC lightweight champion, Rafael Dos Anjos, returning to action on Saturday, UFC 215.